All right, hello again. I've been watching a lot of these reviews and a lot of people talking about the Tesla Cybertruck, and I haven't seen a lot of videos of guys that are long-term truck owners. I own a small business, I own a tree service in Jacksonville, Florida, and I just don't see a lot of people, I guess, that use their truck every day for work. Um, I just kind of, to just give you an idea, I kind of briefly just wrote down. I mean, I've had a lot of vehicles over my lifetime, but I just wrote down, kind of jotted down what trucks I've owned. Um, my first truck was like a 1970 Datsun pickup. Um, then I had a 78 Dodge Ram Charger with a snowplow. I had a 79 Chevy jacked up 4x4. I had a 1980 Toyota jacked up 4x4. I had a 1985 Nissan 4x4. I had a 1993 Ford Ranger two-wheel drive long bed. I had let's see, a Dodge, well, it's more of a Jeep. I had a Dodge Raider. It was 80 series. I had a, let's see, 1990, uh, early 90 or late 80s, early 90s Ford Econoline 350 van. I delivered, had a vending business. I had a 1986 Dodge 1500 4x4 I used to haul wood with. One of my favorite trucks was the Datsun, and my very, very favorite was a 1995 Toyota T100. It was a full-size truck with a four-cylinder 5-speed. Actually, I still have that truck. It finally died. This is going on the third, I think the third motor. I don't know if I'm going to put another motor in it now. I've had a 90 F350 two-wheel drive Ford. I've had two 90 model F150 two-wheel drive pickups. I had a 2000 Dodge 1500 4x4. I've had another truck I liked was I had a 2000 F250. It was white, 4x4 jacked up, a Super Duty. And my most recent truck I have and I drive today, and I actually use it for personal and business. I have a 2008 Ford F250 crew cab 4x4 Super Duty, and it's a gas motor. It has I think it's like the Triton V8. It's a smaller V8. It gets like 8 to 10 miles to the gallon, but we pull a 6-ton equipment trailer, and I pull usually a compact loader. I have a Ditch Witch 755 turbo compact loader, and I have a Ditch Witch 752 compact loader non-turbo, and I have a RG50 Rayco stump grinder that I pull, and I just bought another a track stump grinder, which is a little bit lighter. It's like 38 horsepower. I can't remember the model name, but it's about 1,500 pounds. And, then we have a cage, gas cans, and miscellaneous stuff that we also put on there. But I pull that pretty much almost every day with my F250. I think approximately about close to 10,000 pounds, give or take, depending on the equipment we're hauling that day. And I just purchased a 2009 Nissan Frontier. I've had that for less than a year, and then probably 2 or 3 weeks ago I bought a 2008 Nissan Titan. It's just two-wheel drive. It's has a extra door, and the only thing I forgot to mention is I had a 2004 Toyota Pre-Runner two-wheel drive. It looks like a 4x4, but it's two-wheel drive. So I might have missed one here or there, but I also have some bigger trucks. I have a Super Duty 1 ton. Actually, it's bigger than 1 ton. It's almost like a 1.5 ton or 2 ton Super Duty 7.3 diesel 90s series small dump truck, and use it as a chip truck. And I have a 1996 top kick GMC bucket truck. Probably weighs almost close to 20,000 pounds. I have had a couple F series F700s, F600s, dump trucks, early 80s models. Actually, we still use 83 F700 gas motor, 370. It's been rebuilt at least once. I just sold or traded a 1986 Ford F700 grapple truck that we used for years. I really like that truck, but we traded it for a 88 Mack loader truck. Anyway, that's just a little bit. I haven't seen any reviews yet on people that are actually use their trucks like every day, beat them up. I mean, tear them up. Hard tree services. Well, it's one of the most dangerous jobs, but it's also very hard on equipment. We pull trees over. We pull other trucks getting stuck out of the ditch. We pull trees out of ditches. We we bang up trucks. I mean, we're really hard on equipment. We're always pulling stuff, pulling trailers, pulling. My chipper weighs 10,000 pounds. It's a Vermeer 1800. We pull that. You just never know in the tree service, like, what you're going to be doing with your truck. And there is so much maintenance when you're in business and you have multiple trucks, multiple vehicles, you have multiple equipment. You almost have to have two of everything as a backup, or money in the bank to go rent a piece of equipment, because you never know what's going to break down, because you can't afford to go out and just buy brand new everything. I started the business 2003, 2004. Started with a minivan, chainsaw, and now we're was up to about 20 employees at one time. Now we're back down to about 5 to 6 employees. I kind of like that, 1 to 2 crews. But anyway, the reason I made this video is because the Tesla Cybertruck. I was going to buy a Model 3. I'm not really a car person, but there's just no electric trucks out there. And once I found out they were going to make a truck, I just held on, and finally, they got the unveiling a couple days ago, and like everyone else, I wasn't really excited when it first pulled out, but once you see the specs, and in the line of business that I'm in, like, there's always employees or people bouncing against your truck with equipment, or throwing stuff in your truck, or trailers hitting your truck. We load the trailers on the trucks with skid steers, so it's only a matter of time before something hits your truck. I mean, sometimes it's like you don't buy anything really nice because eventually it's going to get scratched. It's almost like when you buy a nice truck, you want to go up to it and dent it or kick it or scratch it just to get it out of the way, because it's going to happen eventually, and better off just doing it and getting it out of the way. But anyway, I decided to order the mid-range Cybertruck. It's it had the towing capacity because I usually tow almost real close to 10,000 pounds, give or take. And so I thought that was a really good match. And also, too, the, uh, the mid range and the base truck come out like a year earlier than the tri motor. So I wanted to try to get the truck as soon as possible. And to be honest with you, I just most of my trucks have been anywhere from under $20,000 because I usually buy used trucks. Um, but this will be my first brand new showroom, whatever you want to call it, brand new truck. And I've been waiting for this to happen ever since they basically announced it. So I'm pretty excited. I just want to know if there's any other guys out there that basically are small business owners are going to take the plunge into the electric truck. I do have two Nissan Leafs that we use for personal use, and I do some estimates in, and I'm just really impressed with just the low maintenance, the cost of use. I mean, it's just I think the Nissan, and I'm an electrician too, so we put basically it's just a dryer outlet. You can go to Home Depot and get like a dryer outlet. Go on Amazon, buy like $150 cord. I think I spent like less than breakers, dryer outlet, wire, everything is less than like $30, and you can install a dryer outlet almost anywhere pretty easily. um, so I'm very excited to. I'm all set up for this truck, and just really excited to get it. Um, I just think it's going to be the cost of ownership. I mean, right now I'm spending every time we go to the gas station. I mean, I'm probably spending at least 40 bucks every time I go to the gas station. And sometimes I go to that gas station like 2 or 3 times a week. So just the gas savings alone will make probably half the payment for the truck. So anyway, just put myself out there. Small business owner, average guy. I've had tons of trucks, and I'm really looking forward to this truck. And not to mention if you have a small business and you're one of the first people to have one of these trucks, I mean, it's just going to be, if you put some, if your signage, your logo, your wrap on it, I mean, you're going to get so much exposure just from being one of the first people to have this truck, and it's going to just basically lower your overhead, and when you're a small business owner, you look to lower your overhead any way possible. And like I said, next year I'm going to get solar panels, and then the following year I'm going to get the truck. So my goal is to basically switch over to as much renewable resources as I can. Eventually, I'd hope to have all my whole fleet electric, but it might take a few years. But at least we're going in the right step. Anyway, thanks for watching. It helped out.